Winding river road.
This hall is built on the ground that my own granny owned, and she was Anne McKean.
Happy boyhood day.
And I loved coming up here because there was a grocery van 3 or 4 days in the week came round, and Granny would buy nice fancy wee buns, and there were no grocery van came up to where we lived in Bevroon. And that's why I loved getting up here. This is Cork.
I have a lot of nice memories of my childhood, and some happy ones and some not so happy. When we used to have to go out and herd cows and sit with, you wouldn't be allowed to leave the cows in the field in case they would break out. If you weren't to school, you had to go out and take your knitting or take a book and sit keeping the cows. We were very happy because the people were more relaxed. They hadn't the same stress as the people have now. Like the young married people now have children, granted, but they don't have as big families as we did have. But again, they're far less time than we had. I had time to knit and to sew and make all the children's clothes. We had dances in the country houses that time. Just some fellow with a violin and another maybe with an accordion, and that was the music, and it was really brilliant. And we had good dances and got tea and what you. Just the local people and some from Draperstown and Maghera would ride in on bicycles and go home probably around 6 o'clock in the morning.
They were in the field behind the house where I'm living now. They stood nearly a week, and they would be shaving. There was water. We called it the spout. That was the only way you'd get water them times. And they would be shaving in the morning out in the spout with the cold water, and they'd go away then up the barn to where they had the big vehicles, and they'd go way up the barn, and you'd hear the shells firing away across, way over onto the mountain.
Smuggled sugar and everything like that across the border. You only allowed maybe half a pound of sugar in the week, but at that time we all took sugar, and we took across tobacco and cigarettes and sugar. And I didn't smuggle much, but the older ones, I wasn't at the age just for smuggling at that time. If they were caught with the stuff, they would lose it, which would be bad enough, after buying it. But they wouldn't take you up to court rank for that, It was just a matter you would just lose it, and that's all.
Just the bridesmaid and the best man and the best maid, and that was it. An aunt, and that was how many we had. And we went to the port after the breakfast at home. And that was on the 7th of November. That'll be 50 years this year from living.
McCluskey and O'Kane was the two main names, in this area. There might be other ones, but McCluskey and O'Kane had the majority. And then the postman, or nobody would know where to leave the letters, because every house was Paddy McCluskey and John McCluskey. And then they give them nicknames to distinguish them. And ours was Harry, and mine was Manaspan. Manaspan's is Irish. My father, the Manaspans were fluent Irish speakers. And my father could speak, and so could his brother John. They went to night school in Cairn over there. You know where Whitey's live now? Over there. They went to a night school, and there was Irish taught at it. Then it just died down. It was all English was speaking then. That race of people died out. I remember Father Kelly. Father Kelly was a curate, he was a priest here, and he had very big sports at one stage in Cashel Green, down the river. And there was horse racing and everything. It was great sports.
They used to have dog trials. That Father Kelly you're talking about.
crazy about guns and shooting and dogs and everything like that. Far more into that than into religion, you know. They don't really time much for religion or as a priest.
If fortune smiles on me a while, I'll cross the sea again, and all those years of toil and tears will be forgotten then. And when at last my life has passed, contentedly I'll go, with my last request then just to